Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from wherever area you are watching up for. This is Jesus TV. We're in a historical place right now of Cote d'Ivoire, and we will carry you along. This some of the things that have happened in Cote d'Ivoire. As tourists, you can come to Cote d'Ivoire to know some historical things that is happening here. The team is all trying to do a tour, watching every other things that are going on in the nation in La Cote d'Ivoire. And this historical thing starts from the day that Cote d'Ivoire was founded. So as we are watching this one, they start from the historical voodoo foundation of Cote d'Ivoire. So you will move along with us as we enter into other sites to see. The first mystical guitar that was played, that is what is here. This is olden time guitars that were played, and the chairs it will play on. These are the chairs you have in a museum. History is very important for all Africa to know. No matter how we say we serve Jesus or we know God, God is a foundation. And we started from somewhere as a nation and a country. So this is La Cote d'Ivoire first musical instrument, and the chairs. This is the first calabash that was used to drink palm water and every other thing drinkable. There was the first man that drank it. It is in French. I say la zouke de chon. I don't know what that means, but that is what they see in spelling. And so this is the first calabash. I remember down in Liberia in the villages, we have some calabash there as well. Calabash made for so many things, made for water. It also made for palm wine. It's also made, it's the experience. It's an experience that the people of Cote d'Ivoire first experienced from the foundation, drinking in a calabash. And this is the gamo seed that they used to use as a chain on the foot, on the neck. And you know, Kamasi representing so many things. It representing protection, it representing money, it representing riches, it representing culture. Those days people were using this as money to portray goods and travel to other nations. They also use it for protection. You can see the little boy head on his hands. They use it for protection, and the woman is holding this calabash to go and get her water. This represents the stars, where this is a bowl that you can use. In the middle of those days, if you even go this, this is still existing, where the 880 representing your entire life. And this is the star representing you. They can use this star to destroy you. They can use this star to trace you as a person. We are still doing this up to now. They use the star to know if you are lying or you are talking true. They use the star to work. And this is, you can see the key. There's a key here, and you all know what key represents. You can see in Liberia we call this the double. But believe me, the double is spiritual. Even in Liberia, the double is spiritual. This double, in the middle of the doubles, anybody can use it to monitor where you are. The double is, and you can see where they have done the trunk, sewing tie. In the middle of this trunk, they can put your name in between here, and they can still locate. That's why our African people, you can be waiting in America and they will still call you back home. They can use that to call you back home. And this is also another tradition, something, you know, Africa is also deeply into spirituality. If you go places, the man, you will understand how deep is Cote d'Ivoire. You can see this is a lifetime, but this are spiritual lifestyle. This is the man's whole life. If you go to the Zonia, this is into the Zonia. They can use this and trace you from the beginning all the way in the middle once your name is placed in the center of that. And you can see here where they have tied the rope and tie, where they can tie you as a person, tie you to the tree and just nail you right there. And when they nail things there, it is done. It's take the grace of God to release you for any demonic. These are all cultural, spiritual things. This is a stool. I don't know. I remember when we were here in Delano, they talk about a particular stool. When you sit on it, you can disappear. I don't know if it's the stool, but this is a spiritual stool that is in La Côte d'Ivoire, that it can take you across the river. It can take you to any places you want to go. If you want to be in La Côte d'Ivoire, they send you back to your parent village for you to see what is happening to your life. This stool can take you as a road. So the stool was used as a transportation in those days back in La Côte d'Ivoire. Now this one, Liberia should be able to know about that. When they put your name, this is the wood. That in that wood there, they can put your name in it and lay it on the wall and sew. As long as they sew you there, it takes the grace of God for you to be released. In Liberia, our people sometimes will put it in the tree. And so that we are seeing the same sign here. We are seeing this is all about the zona, the face and the face and the human life. You can see this is the river. When you see this thing going, this is the mass. This is the mass. This is the spirit of what projects you to come in the middle of this. And then they sew it. When they sew you, you are done. That means sewing means you nail the person to where you want it to be. And this is another stool. This is a plank that is almost like this. This is almost like if you wash in it, they have sew and tie something in it. That was foundation. That is how they use. If you bring any case to them or you want to nail anybody, these are the things they use to nail you.
Here we are here live in the museum of Abidjan, along with the Chief Success International Television crew. And as you can see, historical event of historical things that took place in century. And as you can see, this was the first man that went into space from this nation of Ivory Coast. It was the first man that went into space. Yeah, he was the one that set the record for the nation of Côte d'Ivoire. And today you can see we are with him here in this museum. And this is one of the ancient kings. This is one of the ancient kings that ever lived those days. For the master trap, as you can see, his mask is on his face, and you see the crown on his head. That is the kingship tattoo that he is carrying upon his head. And you also see the beans upon his neck. That symbolizes authority. And you can see in the full attire. And we also have here with us a special seat. Yeah, an ancient seat for those kings of those centuries, that whenever they get into offices, these are the chair that is sit in those days of old. Yeah, follow me as we go forward. In Liberia, we call this the crown devil. The crown devil. Yeah, in Liberia we call it the crown devil. And now we are seeing the same in the museum. Yeah, you can see what in a full attire. Yeah, you can see a full attire. They are all historical events of historical things of the deities of this nation. You can also see another one here, and you see at his feet you have the skull of a human. You have the skeleton bones at his feet. It's also another historical event of another deity of this nation of Côte d'Ivoire. Move through with me. You can see this is a mirror, and you may see this mirror to be a physical mirror of those days. No, it is not just a physical kind of mirror, but it is a spiritual mirror. And at the back of this mirror you see a drum. Yeah, whenever this drum is beating. This drum is beating. It has a symbolism and a meaning. That whenever they beat the drum, that which means they are evoking whoever that must be evoked through this melody. Yeah. So when they beat this drum, each one of the drum has their own meanings of invoking the name of whoever spirit into this melody. And when the sound of the drum is played, you will see the individual will begin to appear in the melody. You can also see the same thing is also here. The same melody is also here. Yeah, the same melody is also here. Also have the same drum at the back of it. Yeah, that whenever the sound of the drum is played in the realms of the spirit, something happens. Wherever you may be, at the end of the day, you will find your spirit will appear in this mirror. It's an evil mirror. It's an evil mirror, traditional mirror, a mirror of the deities. Yeah, as you can see, this is the mirror of the deities. It's not an ordinary mirror that we just see that we go just face our face into. No, this one is not like that. And you also see this one. You also see this one. It's called Kudaki of Cote d'Ivoire. This is one of the ancient giants. Yeah, like what we saw in the days of the Bible history of Goliath. They was the Goliath of Cote d'Ivoire in those days. There was the giant that whenever he goes into battle, no one ever defeating in any battle. He always defeat people in any battle. And you see here, he's one of the ancient giants, the Goliath of Cote d'Ivoire. The Goliath of Cote d'Ivoire. You see, there are others here. There are others here. You see, another ancient stuff is also here in this museum. Another ancient stuff is also here in this museum. Yeah, we are going to the museum. We are going to the museum. This is Chief Success Global International Television, and we are live in Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay, well, we are watching the historical ship that brought people to La Cote d'Ivoire. You can see it all there. This is the step they used to enter into the ship. You can see the steps. You can see the ship that they used during that time. In fact, they even have a broken stake. They even have a broken ship right here. You can see it. This was the 8 men that were in the ship plus the pedal. These are the purpose. So you see the historical ship. These are original historical ship. They actually sat down in this ship. You can see it. They actually sat down in this ship. And these are ship where they're making our children to come and wash, to see. And this one is something historical where if you suffer from bad spirit, these are the things they send behind you. These are spirit that is something good coming for you. The evil people go and project the spirit to make it go ahead of you. In 1996, a Liberian girl called Matt, I was part of that dedication. I carried that girl to Man, a place called Man. When we went there, it was a town. And in that town, you don't enter the town unless the town agrees. So you ask the town, they say, all the French people here, if they can speak English, they will listen to it, they know that you are saying. You will ask the town and say, we come to you. Please let us enter with a social situation. When the town can hear you, the town will answer. And all of a sudden, the bush that you are looking at will open and you will see the road to enter. They will not dream. That reality. When we enter the town, they came all along, or before we could enter the town, there were 7 people, they get parents, we that were the neighbor, the father, all person should check on Ma. They said, we must not laugh, we must not say, we must not say amen, we must not make any sound. We don't have straight to carry our plate, how my man plate to move in the town. Choo. I'm going live. Those that from Abidjan, those that know man, they know about that place. We are near the mountain, one of the higher mountains there. When they did that, all of a sudden they said they were cooking food. They took 7 chicken. They were all eating chicken there. Chicken there to the sacrifice things. They took 7 country chicken. They put it in a big body pot with the fire. They put real oil in that thing. Then they chunk the entire rest in the pot over the chicken. Whether they season, they say, won't see no seasoning in that plate. They put it there. When they got through, they say everybody might eat. They brought some people and they were not looking normal. So when they blood coming for here, so when they spray coming for here, they were looking Caesar and then ate with that here. And immediately after eating, the cake got healed. This is historical. God bless you. Meet on our next set.